Okay, imagine you check into a roadside motel, put the do not disturb sign up, and then vanish. No door opening, no security footage of you leaving, just footprints to the sea like a discount gothic novel. Cute, let's get into it. Setting: Bellwether Cove, population no more than 3,007 decorative whale statues. Date: October 14th. Place: Room 13, Gullwing Motor Lodge. Because of Coolworth, it's room 13. Motel clerk, Avery 22, bangs doing heavy lifting. She checked in at 6:12 p.m. with one carry-on and a smile that said, "Don't talk to me." I respected that. Victim: Mara Cross, 31, graphic designer, frequent traveler, loyalty card holder, and the kind of person who brings her own tea bags to restaurants. Respect. Timeline: 6:12 p.m. check-in, 7:03 p.m. Room service calls to say the motel does not have room service. It's that kind of place. 8:21 p.m. Neighbor hears water running. 8:50 p.m. A beach walker spots footprints leading from the back stair to the shore. 8:58 p.m. A gull screams. Irrelevant, but atmospheric. Next morning, 9 a.m. Housekeeping knocks. No answer. Door still latched from inside. Yeah, about that latch. Evidence collected. A damp towel sculpture, swan, slug, blocking the bathroom vent. A hotel Bible with the ribbon set to Proverbs. Spooky, but probably just the previous guest. A paper coffee cup with lipstick and a doodle of a whale saying "WHALECOME." The do not disturb sign, altered with Sharpie. Someone added a tiny, neat arrow pointing toward the back stairwell. It's either a clue or the world's pettiest prank. Honestly, could be both. Problem number 1, the door was latched from the inside. Problem number 2, the sash window was painted shut since the Carter administration. Problem number 3, the only camera aimed at the corridor was a decoy sticker that said, "Smile, you're on camera," which is legally not a camera. Enter Deputy Lyle. Deputy Lyle, mustache auditioning for a bigger role. Classic self-lock. Coat hanger through the crack. He demonstrates. He fails. Twice. Mustache wilts. Science prevails. Neighbor interview. Neighbor, a traveling nurse who sleeps with white noise machine set to cyclone. I heard waves and an inspirational podcast. Couldn't make out the quotes, but there was a lot of step into your power. Okay, so either Mara went on a moonlit empowerment walk, or someone staged the weirdest exit since that magician who vanished behind a curtain and married his assistant the same day. Allegedly. The beach walker's photo shows a clean trail. Size 7-ish, deep heel toe, parallel, leading from the back stair to the foam line. Then, gone. Ocean. 1. Forensics. 0. But here's the thing. The footprints start too cleanly. No smudge from stepping off the last stair. And they're too parallel, like they were stamped. Ever worn flip-flops on wet sand? You're a wobbly duck. This was a runway. Cut to me holding a pair of dollar store flip-flops zip-tied to a broom handle. It's not art, it's evidence. Because behind the motel, propped in the brush, officers find a broken broom with zip-tie scars and a flip-flop thong embedded in the bristles. DIY footprint maker. Pinterest, but make it felonies. Theory A, Deputy Lyles, Mara walked to the sea and the tide took her. Theory B, me, caffeinated. Somebody wanted us to think she walked to the sea. Let's talk about the latch. Bellwether Cove's building code is suggestions, mostly, but the gull wings chain latch is classic. Chains like that can be defeated from outside with fishing line, if you first loosen the screws so the chain plate pivots. Someone had already done that. The screw heads had fresh cam-out marks and a smear of hotel lotion as lube. Industrial, number effective, also number, but it worked well enough. Hank, only person borrows my Phillips is Avery at the desk for opening battery compartments and vibes. Avery, our clerk with the bangs, starts looking like a suspect you'd cast for innocent, but with secrets. She loans the screwdriver. She knows the schedule. She also shifts her story. First, she never left the desk, then she popped down to the ice room. For 9 minutes. The ice room is a sink with a sign that says ice. Mara's phone records. Last text at 7:44 p.m. Do not follow me. Seriously. Sent to a contact named N. N could be Nathan, Nora, Nemesis. The phone shuts off at 8 p.m. like it got a bedtime. Financials, 2 cash withdrawals in the week before, out of pattern. A storage unit rented under her middle name. Jane, of course it's Jane. Mara's browser history, how to make a door look locked from inside. Also, sourdough starter troubleshooting. People contain multitudes. Inside, a duffel with clothes, a box of childhood photos, a passport application half filled, and a cheap heat sealer. You know, for sealing bags. Or, hear me out, resealing cheap single-serve coffee sachets. Because that motel coffee. The house brand packets were stacked perfectly in Mara's room. One is heat-sealed crooked. In that one, lab finds a dusting of zolpidem, sleep med, not lethal, but nap city. The cup with lipstick? Positive for zolpidem residue, so someone expected Mara to be asleep. Cool, cool, cool. Avery. We don't even have decaf. No one said decaf, Avery. Big yikes. Now the big flip. You'd think Avery drugged a guest, staged a sea walk, grabbed a quick paycheck, but the storage unit's lease paid cash by a short woman in a lemon yellow raincoat. The same raincoat shows up on the motel's real camera, the one at the gas station across the road, at 9:10 p.m. A short figure in yellow with a carry-on and a scarf over her face hops into a rideshare. The plate gets caught in the glare, but the driver's app doesn't lie. Pick up Gullwing Side Lot, name on the account, NN, as in Nora, Mara's older sister. Nora. Mara said she wanted out. New start. No drama. I told her faking a drowning is drama. Nora swears she tried to talk Mara down. She didn't drug her. She didn't stage the footprints. She just provided a ride. A crime? Accessory to whatever? Maybe. But also, if someone else drugged Mara, Nora arriving after 9 p.m. tracks. Mara didn't answer. Nora panicked and left. Or Nora's protecting her sister. People lie strangely for love. The WHALECOME doodle looks like nothing, except the W is double-lined the way Mara signs her initials, M and C stacked, per a birthday card in the storage box. She drew it, meaning she was awake, not fully zombified, at least long enough to deface hotel property. We're balancing 2 stories. 1. Avery, armed with coffee and a YouTube tutorial, tries to knock Mara out, unlatches the door on a hinge hack, does the broom flip-flop art project out back, and pockets whatever she thinks Mara has worth stealing. 2. Mara orchestrates her own vanishing act, and Nora's her getaway driver. Avery's just a weird coincidence with a screwdriver and bad timing. Then a third option waddles in wearing a key fob. The master key. Motels love master keys like toddlers love buttons. Avery has one. Hank has one. The owner, Mr. Bell, keeps his in a hollow book titled Leases for Dummies. Super secure. Guess whose prints are on the outside of the chain latch plate? Not Avery's, not Mara's, Mr. Bell's. And there's a matching smear of that aloe lotion on his key fob. Mr. Bell, tan lines, little patience. I check things. I'm a checker. He's a checker who has a gambling problem, creditors called twice that week. An insurance that slaps a big payout if a guest dies on premises due to unforeseeable hazard. A tragedy becomes a windfall. If a guest dies at sea, no payout. But if they went missing from the room with the door latched, gray area, lawyers salivate. Remember the towel sculpture blocking the vent? Carbon monoxide from a janky water heater could drift under a door like a ghost with boundary issues. Housekeeper notes from 2 rooms over, smell like eggs. Guests complain of headaches. Mr. Bell says the note is creative writing. The inspector, once he's actually called, tags the heater as unsafe. Put it together. Drugged coffee to keep Mara still. Vent blocked to nudge a CO leak. Latch hacked to make it a locked room mystery. Then the sea footprint decoy to mislead the inevitable search. If Mara dies, Bell gets a payout. If she leaves, it still looks like she left. Either way, confusion buys time. But Mara did not die. At 10:40 p.m., a back alley camera at a bakery, 4 blocks inland, catches Lemon Raincoat rolling a carry-on past a dumpster, phone to ear. The bakery owner only checked the footage later because someone stole the plastic baguette off the sign. Unrelated, probably. The timestamp wrecks Bell's timeline. The break. The rideshare account, N, pings the airport at 11:15 p.m. The driver finally responds to police messages because his mom told him to, and it turns out the passenger showed ID, a temporary driver's license issued to Mara Jane Cross, issued that morning. Sister as driver? Maybe. But the signature on the temp ID, the double-lined W in her doodle, shows up in the M. It's Mara. So why the drugged coffee? Lab retest. That zolpidem wasn't ingested. It dusted the rim, but not the saliva traces. Someone handled it, then drew a whale doodle, then set the cup like a prop. A planted clue. Very, very YouTube of her. Confrontation. Officers visit Avery a third time. On her phone, a draft text to Mr. Bell that says, "This is going too far. I'm out." Grammar crimes aside, it's damning. Avery admits Bell told her to monitor the guest in 13 because she looked like a lawsuit. What does that even mean? He also asked for the master key, just in case of a leak. Avery says she refused. Hank says the key went missing anyway. Mr. Bell says everyone is lying and also he's late for a dentist appointment at 10 p.m. Where's Mara now? New name, new inbox, new sourdough starter. She sends one letter to Nora from a town that sells postcards with cactus puns. We're not doxing. She's allowed to not be murdered in peace. She files a report through a lawyer outlining Mr. Bell's alleged attempt to poison her by CO exposure. The DA takes one look at the water heater and gets a migraine. Bell is charged with attempted aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, insurance fraud conspiracy, and 5 counts of, "Ma'am, fix your building." Avery? Accessory-ish. She flips, turns witness and gets probation plus 20 hours of ethics in hospitality, which is apparently a thing. Hank replaces the latches with proper screws. Nora? Warned, no charges. She keeps the cat and the wind chimes, so the door that never opened, it did, with a swivel plate, lotion and nerves. The footprints to the sea, broom on flop modern art. The victim, alive because she read the room, or more specifically, the vent, the coffee and the motel owner with a tell like a neon sign. Lessons learned. If a motel Bible opens to Proverbs, that's dramatic, but the water heater is the real villain. Do not disturb is not a security device. If your plan hinges on a hollow book and carbon monoxide, your plan is bad and also illegal. Zip ties are never an alibi. Hydrate, check your vents, and if your coffee tastes like chalk and regret, maybe don't finish it. Bye.